Today's topic: why Jordan Peterson's obsession with suffering almost destroyed my life, and why his idea that life is suffering is a lie. And I thought about it for a very long time. Should I record this or should I not record this? Because I know exactly what's going to happen. I will receive so many hate comments and hate emails from hardcore Jordan Peterson fans. But I just want you to know one thing. I respect Dr. Jordan Peterson. I love his work. I've read his book 12 Rules for Life. I've watched almost all of his YouTube videos and the videos that others made of him. And I even attended a Jordan Peterson meetup. So yes, I highly respect his work. I admire him for influencing millions of people all over the world. I believe in his ideals of taking responsibility for your life. I believe in his ideal of finding meaning in your life. I believe in all of that. And I think that he has done so many amazing things for others. I truly respect him. I just want you to know that. There's just one thing that almost destroyed my life. And it's just one part of his teachings. I would say that 99% of what this man says is pure gold and amazing. But there's this one thing that almost destroyed my life. And that's his obsession with suffering. Even though Jordan Peterson was a huge inspiration for me to get my life in order, to improve my life, to achieve something, to achieve greatness, and to find meaning in my life, and to follow my true calling, he inspired me to do all these things. But this one thing, this one belief that he has almost destroyed my life. And I'm very sure, and I know this is a controversial statement to make, but I'm sure that this is also why he attracted so much suffering in his life. Because I believe in the law of attraction. I believe that the frequency that you vibrate at is exactly what you attract. And that was the case for me. And I also believe that just because you admire somebody doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything. And that's the one point that I disagree with him. Because a couple of years ago, I was so inspired by Dr. Jordan Peterson, so motivated by his words, that I believed every word he said. And as a result, I also bought into this idea that, as he always says, life is suffering, life is suffering. He always says it over and over again. And what happened to his life? He attracted a lot of suffering. And what happened to my life? The same thing happened. I blindly accepted his idea that he mentions over and over again that life is suffering. And I attracted so much suffering in my life. And I still remember whenever I was talking to friends, or especially to my parents, I always justified my suffering by saying, well, life is suffering. I just said that as if it was something that's set in stone, as if it was something that defines who I am. And as a result, I attracted so much suffering in my life because my words became truth. My manifestation turned into reality. Whenever something bad happened to me, whenever I got sick, whenever there was drama in my life, whenever I lost money, and I lost a lot of money, whenever that happened, I just said, oh well, life is suffering, deal with it. It was basically my Jordan Peterson mantra. It wasn't until I embarked on my own spiritual journey, and once I had my first awakening experience, and especially once I stumbled upon Dr. Joe Dispenza, that I started to question this belief. Because what I love about Dr. Joe Dispenza is that he combines spiritual teachings with modern science, with hardcore, modern, data-based and fact-based science, which for me as a German is a blessing. Because I'm still the analytical German, even though I nowadays 100% believe in the law of attraction. That's why I always say I'm not a spiritual guru, I'm a spiritual practitioner. I want to know what works and what doesn't work, and I want to know the science behind it. And once I realized, after reading books of Dr. Joe Dispenza and following more and more down this rabbit hole, that you create your future, that your vibration is responsible for what you attract and for what you manifest in your life, that you are in fact a deliberate creator. It's not just something that a spiritual guru says and boom, you believe it. It's something that's based in science. That's why Dr. Joe Dispenza always says the best way to predict your future is to create it. And what future was I creating for myself? Think about it. I bought into this lie that life is suffering. And of course, even though it is a lie, it turned into truth for me, and it led to my manifestations, and it led to my suffering. Because the more I bought into this belief, the more I talked about it, the more I justified my suffering with Dr. Jordan Peterson said, life is suffering, so life is suffering, deal with it. That's just how it is. The more I justified my own suffering with that, the more I suffered. And I know that I will receive so many hate comments and hate emails after publishing this from hardcore Dr. Jordan Peterson fans who stumble upon this episode. But if I can only convince one person that life is not suffering, that life is only suffering if you believe it and if you create this future for yourself, if I can only inspire one person to let go of this terrible self-destructive mindset, then it was worth it. If I can only inspire one person. And you can continue to read his books. You can continue to watch his lectures. Like I said, I've read his book and I believe that he's an amazing person, that he's inspired millions to achieve more, to find meaning and to take responsibility for their life. I highly, highly respect Dr. Jordan Peterson. But this one thing, if you believe that life is suffering, your life will turn into suffering. Because you create your reality, your beliefs and your thoughts, and then also eventually your emotions, because your beliefs and your thoughts influence your emotions, create your vibration, and your vibration attracts your future. And it's your choice if you want to attract an amazing future or if you want to attract a future that's in vibrational alignment with life is suffering. Because if you continue to live with this idea in your mind, with this idea of life, that's basically what it was for me. It was my definition of life. Life is suffering. Oh my God. And then of course you will attract the vibrational equivalent that reaffirms this belief. And that's exactly what happened in my life. And the more I bought into this idea that life is suffering, the more suffering I attracted. And once I changed this belief into life is beautiful, life is fun, life is playful, life is amazing, and then once eventually my emotions followed, and then my vibration followed, my life turned around completely. Sickness turned into health, poverty turned into wealth. Having dramatic and traumatic relationships turned into having amazing, fulfilling relationships and meeting incredible people. If you only change this one mindset, just this one mindset, no more life is suffering. Stop believing this. Change your mind and you will change your life. And if you want me to help you to change your mind and to manifest the things that you truly want in your life, then you can click on the link in the description and inquire for your first Skype coaching session with me. And heck, even if you are a hardcore Jordan Peterson fan and you want to debate me, you can also do that in the Skype coaching session with me, because I really, really want you to understand that life is not suffering. Don't make the mistake that I made for such a long time and believe this, because you will just create so much suffering in your life. I wish I had realized this sooner. That's why I'm so passionate about sharing this message with you, even though I risk getting bombarded with hate email, but I still want to do it because I want you to realize that life is what you believe it is. Your future will be the future that you create with your vibration. And if you vibrate on the level of life is suffering, if you believe that, if you are this belief, you will become more of it. And then you will suffer and suffer and suffer. And I don't want you to suffer. I want you to thrive. I want you to achieve greatness. I want you to be happy in life. I want you to be fulfilled. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be wealthy. I want you to become a deliberate creator and create the future that you want, and not a terrible, terrible future that you create for yourself just because you believe that life is suffering without ever questioning it. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please send out some love to the YouTube universe by giving this video a big, big thumbs up. And I would also appreciate it if you would leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know what you think about my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and to click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I release a new video for you.